What's up, everybody? This is Tony with SC Creative Farmer. Can anybody tell me what this is? What this tree is, bush, whatever? I guess it's a tree. My wife and I bought these a couple years ago, and they were small. And it's grown remarkably fast. This is a lot of growth considering it was, a couple of feet tall when we bought it. So it was probably 3 years ago. But anyway, we bought it, and it didn't have any kind of identification on it. So we really, I didn't really know what it was. But anyway, since these trees have turned out so nice, I thought, well, I'd like to have some more of them. And one thing is, I don't know what it's called, so I don't know how to order it. So anyway, I thought I'd try to propagate it. Well, a lot of things, you propagate them different ways, like, excuse me, maybe this is something you propagate, in the early spring, maybe in the fall or over winter. There's a lot of experimenting, and that takes time when it comes to rooting stuff. So I wanted to know what it was, and I tried looking it up. Couldn't find any information. I couldn't find a tree that matched this one. But just so happened, I just happened to remember one day that I have an app on my phone that identifies plants. And why I didn't think about it before, I don't know. But anyway, I pulled my phone out and looked it up and found out this is called an Arizona cypress. Well, to us, it's a beautiful tree, and we would like to have more. So I'm going to go ahead and try to propagate some. The things I read on it was that you can, just root it. And I have taken a pot with a medium in it, and I'm trying to root some. But these things, although they don't have pine cones per se, they don't look like a pine cone. They do have a type of pine cone, but it's a round ball, and I don't know where they typically grow. As this tree gets older, they may have them everywhere. But I found the ones that I found on this tree was up near the trunk of the tree, right off of the main, stem. And when I pulled them off, I noticed they had lines in them, like almost, it was a crooked line, almost like it was a piece of a puzzle that fit together, like different pieces to form this ball. So I used my knife and I cut one open because I didn't know if this was just some type of growth or, whatever. I was just curious. Well, when I opened it up, it had little seeds in it. And, to me, they appeared to be little seeds. So anyway, I went and done some research on it, and come to find out, you can take these seeds out of these pods and grow them into these trees. Now, I'm sure that's going to take a while, but, I'm rooting some, and of course, if I find some more of these around, I'll buy them. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to propagate my own. This is my pot of my Arizona cypress that I'm trying to root. I've probably got, I don't know, there's maybe 8 or 10 in there. But anyway, that's it. There's my little helper. He stays with me all the time. Yeah, you're a good boy. I've been storing these pine cones, pine pods, whatever they're called. I've been storing them in the house for, I don't know, maybe a week or so. And today I was finally making this video. Well, when I come in, I was going to boil these things. That's what I read to do, is to boil them for 30 to 60 seconds, and it'll help open this pod up. Well, when I come in here and picked them up, I actually had several seeds fall out in my hand. So it turns out, I guess they just dried, and that's one of those pods that's broke in half. And that's the actual seeds. And that's a whole pod. These things don't look like a typical pine cone. But, and I've seen different types of trees. Maybe it's spruce trees, I don't know. But they have a pine cone just like a pine tree, except they're tiny. You know, they might be an inch long or whatever, 2 inches long, but just a lot smaller. But this thing, I guess, doesn't have pine cones, or at least not the typical shape pine cone. It has these things. So anyway, I don't need to boil them. I just need to take these seeds, and I'm going to put them in a paper towel, and I've got to put them in the freezer for a few weeks. I don't know, it's early January, or about mid-January now, so maybe February, mid-February, March, I'll take these things out and I'll pot these seeds up and see if I can't get me some little ones growing.